What's up with it, y'all? This Gossip TV. My face shiny, huh? Good morning, good afternoon. How y'all doing today? Yeah, my face is shiny because I have GCC cream on my face, which is a cream that was made from me, and it gets rid of the fine lines and the wrinkles on your skin. So that's what we're doing. Today our show is about, we're going to be talking about why black people hate each other. Why do we go against each other? Why do we discriminate against one another? But before we do that, I wanted to play this under fair use. This is a fair use thing. I'm going to stop it and we're going to go. It's about a school gets a bomb threat over a play date for black and brown families. And it's in the Bay Area. And the reason why I'm speaking about this is because I'm actually from the Bay Area myself. Okay? So here we go.
School gets a bomb threat because of a play date with, people of color, their families. Let's put it up for a mass. Police in Oakland, California had to evacuate one of the city schools after it received a bomb threat days after the school was the site of a play date for its black, brown, Asian American students.
And this is KRON News 4 screenshot.
Field next to the school. Those arriving were prohibited from going into the building as OPD officers, deputies, and the Alameda County Sheriff's Office and
it's TYT
TV. So family members of the students and administrators say they received backlash for having the event, period, with members of the predominantly white and affluent community crying, "Reverse racism. We are so offended." Pamela Jackson, a parent of a black student at the school and a member of the Equity and Inclusion group,
this under fair use.
Based on the event. Quote, they decided to start emailing those threats, asked if we wanted a race war. It was something mentioned of being locked in chain and released back in the jungle where we belong, she said during an interview with KTVU News. A conservative social media account, Libs of TikTok, made a post about the event. They did this on Monday, August 28th, and called the school racist against white people, end quote. So you see it. A California elementary school reportedly held a race-segregated playdate social for all students except the white kids. The parent blasted the school on social media. We'll look back and cringe so hard that we tried to beat racism by segregating kids of color from white kids, end quote. The Oakland Unified School District received the threats on that same day and contacted local authorities. When the school received it the next day, Tuesday, August 29th, they also immediately contacted authorities. Oakland Police Captain Lisa Osmus says her department responded to a bomb threat at Chabot Elementary around 7:30 a.m. She said the school received a bomb threat with thinly veiled racist language. As a result, the school was evacuated. Also in California, the Mary L. Stevens Davis Library, that's in Davis, had been hit with a series of bomb threats after it kicked out a group of supporters of the right-wing Moms for Liberty that was meeting there.
It's under fair use, y'all.
Monday morning after receiving a threat filled with anti-LGBTQ slurs. And students at a nearby high school and elementary school sheltered in place after the bomb threat, according to the Sacramento Bee. Investigators said Monday's threat was similar to ones made.
So, y'all, I want to stop that so I can go into my conversation. Um, Now, we got enough people hating on us. Enough people hating on us. We got to get out of that Willie Lynch syndrome about people with good hair, about people with light skin, about people with dark skin, about people who can pass, about Uncle Toms, about house niggas and field niggas. We got to get off all that. We got to wipe the slate and we got to start all over again. Because we are going against each other is not helping our community. First of all, what nationality are you? Half of us don't even, while we arguing and fighting and arguing over streets and codes and all that, we don't even know our nationality. What's your nationality? You black? Really? So you black. You black. It's your color. What's your nationality, though? What is your nationality? But you black, though, right? You ain't blue, but you black. Right? White is not even a color. This is white. But they have a nationality, though. They Caucasian. They're Irish. They're Jewish. They're Australian. Even the Mexicans, some of them are considered as white. So so even white people had prejudices against them because they didn't like Jews. They didn't accept the Australians at first. I mean, the Irish at first. Then now they accept the Irish. Then they had the poor black people. They went by your head shape. It went by your head shape. They knew who you was by your head shape. And they still do. They know who you are by your head shape. Just like it's a tribe of black people with different color eyes. They know who you are from your eyes. Or they know that you have a dysfunction from your eyes. They say it could be a dysfunction. It could also be a hereditary thing, you know, in your eyes. So they could tell who you are through your eyes. Okay? My face so greasy. But that's cool with me because I'm getting my fine lines gone. Even though I probably ain't got that many. I'm still trying to take care of my skin. So on that note, I wanted to get that under control and let y'all know about that. We're going to go back to this commentation on TV. This is under fair use. They bombing a Liberian Davis because the Mothers of Liberty. They had a bomb threat in Oakland, California, where I'm from, at a school because they was going to have a get-together, and they invited all the black and brown children, but they did not invite the white children. I don't know why they didn't invite the white children. They wasn't going to come no way. And they could have came anyway. Ain't nobody discriminating on nobody in Oakland.
And August 25th. So there's this pattern, or MO. And they believe they're related to a heated meeting held at the library on August 20th that involved the anti-LGBTQ group Moms for Liberty. The group hosted a forum at the library to discuss fair and safe sports for girls. But an official asked the speaker at the event to leave after repeatedly referring to transgender female youth athletes as biological males. It seems likely that these events are related, said Lieutenant Dan Beckwith of Davis Police. They are similar in nature. Let me highlight a few realities that must take place now. Why is this really happening? Now keep in mind, the people who are doing
Fair
this, they know
use.
it's illegal. But they have measured a few things. They have measured the police department's willingness to take things like this seriously, to go all out or not in their investigative prowess. They have measured, they have calculated that if they simply engage in a few, well, let's just say, tactics to not be discovered, then law enforcement will not put in the extra effort to find them. That's one calculation. Another calculation is worst case scenario. They are caught. They know that likely they will serve 0 prison time. They will get possibly a fine and guaranteed probation. Still, they weigh the risk based on what they believe is the reward. But I guarantee you this, start passing laws right now to make actions like this have a mandatory minimum. And that mandatory minimum is leveraged on the first person to violate that law. And hold a press conference like you do with 17-year-old gang members. Hold a press conference. Put the picture up and say, we're going to make an example out of people like this. You know what you'll see happen? Less
Of this.
Less moments where babies are afraid to go to school and school teachers are unable to teach because of the hatred inside of the hearts of individuals who would sit.
So, y'all, my sister is a school teacher. So, kids should not be afraid to go to school. And like I said, people should not be bullied.
Against Black people or dynamics of diversity. Today, same thing. The groups today, hell-bent.
Let's hear that one more time.
White, bigoted groups in the 60s were hell-bent on violence against Black people or dynamics of diversity. Today, same thing. The groups today, hell-bent on violence. You have lawmakers, state of Georgia, United States Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, and others who are literally calling for open war, conflict, civil combat. Once again, rooted in an ideology of hate and violence. All right, thoughts, brother?
Well, this account lives in TikTok.
So, as I was saying, it's sad. It's sad. We got Black people going against each other. We got the white people don't like us. We got Latino people that don't like us. We got Chinese people that don't like us. Then when we try to come together, they don't like that. Like in New York, they got a thing today going on where they sending drones out to Black people parties to see how many people was in the party. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. And meanwhile, we got a president that every time he look up, he falling, going to sleep, on vacation, giving money away to Ukraine, and not doing nothing that he said he was going to do. He know it's a black problem in the black community. He ain't trying to help us. He let migrants in. All that. So it's kind of crazy. And they trying to get Biden out of office. And this all alleged. This is all what I've seen on TV. I'm not talking about nothing that I know. I'm talking about what I'm seeing, what's being reported on the news. Okay? Excuse me. So, yeah. They got a lot of things that's not true on the internet, too. They got a lot of things that's not true on the internet. But the most thing that is so important to me is just the way black people don't even get along with each other. Like, you know, we don't like each other. If somebody's hair is long, if somebody's hair is long, they don't like you. If somebody got good hair, they don't like you. Oh. So yeah, it's just a lot. And, you know, we came so far. We came so far from everything we came from to go against each other like this. It's so sad. It's so sad. So this is another thing on fair use. Another thing on fair use I would like to show you guys. And then we're going to keep on continuing talking about our subject that we was talking about. But I do want to show you guys this for you people that's going against each other, for you people that's not out here voting, for you people that is taking advantage of what we have. You know, we have came a far way from where we came from. And like I said, we don't even know our nationality. Some people didn't even know when they was born or their age. So here we go again. And this is going to be played under fair use.
Revelations that shed new light on the significant exceptions, we delve into the often overlooked, undervalued, and misrepresented parts of Black history. What follows are profound revelations that shed new light on the significant contributions, experiences, and milestones that are integral parts of American and global history, yet are seldom taught in traditional history classes. Number 1. The true story of Uncle Tom's Cabin. Uncle Tom's Cabin, the famed 19th century novel by Harriet Beecher Stowe, is recognized as a powerful catalyst in the American abolitionist movement. The story, while reviled by some for its portrayal of an ever-forgiving, submissive character in Uncle Tom, actually carries a context deeper than this simple narrative. The title character, Uncle Tom, is often misconstrued as a derogatory symbol representing African Americans' willing subservience to white masters. However, this interpretation obscures of Uncle Tom's character and the socio-political influence he was designed to inspire. The original character, Tom, as envisioned by Stowe, is an enslaved man of dignity, strong faith, and remarkable courage. He refuses to betray his fellow enslaved people, enduring great personal suffering and ultimately meeting a tragic end because of his refusal to adhere to the oppressive expectations of his slave masters. Tom's courageous, principled stand was meant to depict the horrors of slavery and the inhumanity it involved, thus rallying public sentiment against this brutal institution. Stowe's novel is said to have been inspired by the real-life story of Josiah Henson, a formerly enslaved man who escaped to Canada and helped others find freedom through the Underground Railroad. Henson was an extraordinary figure who rose from extreme hardship to become a leader, a preacher, and a conductor on the Underground Railroad.
This under fair
He
use.
the resilience, moral integrity, and the quest for freedom inherent in the human spirit, elements that are vividly encapsulated in Uncle Tom's character. Thus, the true story of Uncle Tom's Cabin and its title character have been overshadowed by the widespread misinterpretations. The character of Uncle Tom, rather than symbolizing servility, represents the unyielding spirit of resistance against oppression. His legacy, when properly understood, challenges the derogatory stereotypes and compels us to acknowledge the strength, dignity, and defiance that define the struggle against slavery. Number 2, the Black Wall Street Massacre. The Greenwood District in Tulsa, Oklahoma, was an extraordinarily prosperous African-American community in the early 20th century. Often referred to as Black Wall Street, Greenwood was home to a booming business district filled with successful Black-owned businesses, banks, law offices, and newspapers. However, the thriving community became the target of one of the deadliest racial attacks in American history.
So, remember y'all, I was telling y'all about Black Wall Street, how after slavery, we was able to build our own stuff up, and then they really got jealous because we was able to make it on our own. They thought we wasn't gonna be able to make it on our own. You know what I'm saying? So that's when Black people built Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And hold on, let me let you see some more.
The trigger was a dubious accusation against a young Black.
I'm about to tell y'all about to hear the story.
White mob descended upon Greenwood. The trigger was a dubious accusation against a young Black man, an accusation that was later dismissed. Fueled by racial animosity, the white mob, some even deputized by local authorities, embarked on a murderous rampage. The mob not only killed hundreds of African Americans, but also looted and set fire to their homes, businesses, and churches. In the aftermath, nearly 35 city blocks of Greenwood were reduced to ashes, rendering thousands of African Americans homeless and economically devastated. The Tulsa Race Massacre, as it is now called, was hushed up for decades. Only in recent years has the tragic event begun to receive recognition and acknowledgement in mainstream historical accounts. It is a chilling reminder of the violence and racial hostility that marked much of the United States history, and the resilience of African Americans in rebuilding their communities in the face of such devastation. Number 3, the contribution of African Americans in the Revolutionary War. Often unmentioned in mainstream historical narratives, African Americans played crucial roles in the American Revolutionary War. Both free and enslaved African Americans fought on both.
And y'all, that's how when the Black people fought in the war, that's how a lot of them became free. That's how Lincoln let everybody go free. It was like, if you come fight in this war, you can go free. So a lot of people went on to the other side, to the French, so they can become free. Okay? So that's what happened. And then when they became free, that's when the Black Wall Street happened. Because now they free. They doing their own thing. And the dude, I think he was a shoe shine man or something, and he worked in this building, and this white guy came in there and thought he didn't know who he was or whatever, and made a lie up on him, basically what happened. And then it caused from that, the gang of Caucasian white people came, and the government and everybody else with helicopters and all that to burn that city down. All right, y'all, we're going back on it.
of freedom to the sheer necessity of survival. For instance, Crispus Attucks, an African-American man, is considered the first casualty of the American Revolution. He was killed during the Boston Massacre in 1770, effectively becoming one of the earliest martyrs of American independence. On the Loyalist side, the British promised freedom to enslaved people who joined their cause. Thousands of African Americans took up this offer, forming crucial regiments such as the Ethiopian Regiment. For them, the Revolutionary War was less about American independence and more about personal liberation. Meanwhile, on the Patriot side, although initially reluctant, the Continental Army eventually opened its ranks to black soldiers. The 1st Rhode Island Regiment, also known as the Black Regiment, was a majority African-American unit that played a pivotal role in several key battles. It is estimated that approximately 5,000 African-American soldiers fought for the American cause. Yet, despite their contributions, the independence they fought for did not bring them the freedom they hoped. Enslavement continued in the newly formed United States, laying bare the paradoxes of liberty and freedom in the American Revolution. The participation of African Americans in the Revolutionary War is a testament to their inherent quest for freedom and their substantial contribution to the formative years of the United States. It's a narrative that deserves to be remembered and honored. Number 4, the hidden figures of NASA. When we think of NASA and space exploration, images of astronauts, rockets, and sprawling mission control rooms often come to mind. However, what is frequently overlooked are the contributions of a group of African-American women whose exceptional mathematical skills were instrumental to NASA's early successes.
So, y'all, we about to get off this live, but I just wanted to let y'all know it's really sad that black people go against each other. We don't like each other for stupid reasons, such as the color of our skin, how good our hair is. And that don't matter no more either, because everybody is wearing wigs and weaves. So it don't even matter how good your hair is. But that's how they could tell who you is, though. Like, they know when your hair good versus when your hair is not good. They can see who you is by your hair, by your head shape, by your eyes. It's a whole bunch of things, reasons why they know who you is. And they studied this from years and years and years and years of study, because they know us better than we know ourselves. Because that's how they're able to come in and create these wars make us go against each other like that. Why do you go against people? Like, I don't care what you are, who you are, what you do, how you do it. That's your business. I'm not judging you, because I'm not God. And on that note, you guys should learn from me and don't judge people either. It's not cool. You never know who you are. You never know who you're going to need. You never know who you're going to save you. You could be on the freeway stranded, and the person that ride by is the very person that you dissed that could help you. So watch out who you diss. And God forgive me for whoever I dissed or offended. Because maybe I didn't know no better. But I know better now. And I'm trying to teach y'all better. Each one, teach one. And I'm out.